Imagine waking up one morning to see headlines everywhere. A brand new Social Security bill has just been introduced in 2025, and it could mean big changes for your monthly check. For millions of Americans who rely on Social Security to make ends meet, this is not just another political debate. It's about rent, groceries, healthcare, and the peace of mind that comes with financial stability. The question is simple but powerful. Will this new bill give you more breathing room each month, or will it just be another promise that doesn't deliver? Let's dive into what this new Social Security bill really means, who could benefit, and what it could mean for your future. Social Security has been the backbone of retirement security in the United States since it was signed into law in the 1930s. Every paycheck you've earned has included a contribution to this system, a promise that when you retire or become disabled, the benefits will be there for you. For decades, millions of seniors, disabled workers, and their families have relied on Social Security checks as a lifeline. But as costs of living rise and the program faces long-term funding challenges, lawmakers in Washington have been under pressure to make changes. That's where this new bill of 2025 comes in. At its core, the new Social Security bill focuses on increasing monthly benefits for many retirees. The proposed changes are designed to update how cost of living adjustments are calculated. Right now, Social Security increases are tied to the Consumer Price Index for urban wage earners, which critics say doesn't reflect the real costs seniors face. Think about it. Seniors spend more on healthcare, prescriptions, and housing than the average working family. This bill proposes shifting to a formula called the Senior CPI, which gives more weight to the expenses older Americans actually deal with. If passed, this change alone could mean larger annual increases in monthly checks. Another major part of the bill deals with taxation. Currently, many Social Security recipients still have to pay federal income tax on a portion of their benefits if their total income crosses a certain threshold. For seniors living on fixed incomes, this feels like double taxation. The new bill aims to raise those income thresholds, meaning fewer retirees would see their Social Security benefits taxed. For some, this could mean an immediate boost in monthly take-home money without even raising benefits directly. Imagine not having to send part of your Social Security check back to the IRS. That's a change many seniors would welcome with open arms. But that's not all. The bill also includes provisions to strengthen the long-term solvency of the program. Right now, projections show that by the early 2030s, the Social Security Trust Fund could face shortfalls, potentially leading to reduced benefits if nothing is done. To address this, the bill proposes lifting the cap on payroll taxes for high earners. Currently, wages above a certain limit are not taxed for Social Security. This new rule would ensure that individuals making more than $250,000 continue contributing, adding significant revenue to keep the program strong. Supporters argue that this is a fair way to preserve benefits without cutting them for middle-class retirees. Now let's talk about what this means for everyday people. For seniors who are already struggling to stretch their checks to cover rent, medication, and food, even an extra $50 or $100 a month could make a world of difference. For those with higher medical bills, bigger cost of living adjustments tied to real senior expenses could mean they're not constantly falling behind inflation. And for retirees worried about taxes eating into their checks, raising those income thresholds means more money staying in their pockets. Supporters of the bill frame it as common sense. They argue that seniors have paid into the system their entire working lives, and now it's time for the system to pay back in a way that reflects today's realities. They highlight the fairness of asking wealthier Americans to contribute more while protecting middle and lower income retirees from financial strain. The bill, they say, represents hope. Hope for bigger checks, hope for more stability, and hope for a Social Security system that lasts. Of course, no bill in Washington comes without controversy. Critics warn that while boosting benefits and cutting taxes for seniors is politically popular, it comes with a cost. Raising payroll taxes on high earners may face strong opposition from business groups and wealthy taxpayers. Some lawmakers argue that increasing benefits without carefully managing spending could add financial stress in the long term. Others worry that shifting the cost of living formula could add billions in extra obligations for Social Security, potentially creating pressure for future tax hikes. So where does that leave us? Right now, the bill is still in its early stages, and it will take debate, amendments, and negotiation before anything becomes law. But one thing is clear: lawmakers know that Social Security is a political lightning rod. With over 65 million Americans depending on it, any proposed change gets national attention. This bill, however, stands out because it doesn't just talk about protecting benefits, it talks about boosting them. And in an era where costs are rising faster than incomes, that message resonates. If you're a retiree or planning for retirement, what should you do right now? First, stay informed. Don't rely only on headlines. Read the details from trusted sources like the Social Security Administration or nonpartisan advisors. Second, think about how these changes would impact you personally. Would reduced taxation help your household? Would larger cost of living adjustments make a difference in your healthcare spending? Third, remember that this bill is not yet law. It's important to follow the updates and see what version, if any, makes it through Congress. This brings us back to the bigger picture. Social Security is more than a government program. It's a promise. A promise that after decades of work, you won't be left without a safety net. The new bill of 2025 doesn't just aim to preserve that promise, it aims to strengthen it. Whether it succeeds or fails will depend on politics, negotiation, and ultimately the will of the American people to demand action. So here's the takeaway. The new Social Security bill could boost your monthly check, but the fight is just beginning. For some, it represents hope for a better retirement. For others, it raises tough questions about taxes and budgets. But for everyone, it's a reminder that Social Security's future is never guaranteed. It's something that must be protected and shaped by every generation. And that's why this story matters to you. Will your check go up? Will you finally get relief from unfair taxes? Or will politics water down the bill until nothing changes at all? These are the questions we'll be following closely. Thanks for joining us in this breakdown of the new Social Security Bill of 2025. If you found this helpful, make sure to like this video, subscribe for more updates on Social Security and retirement, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future updates. Until next time, stay informed, stay prepared, and remember, your future depends on the choices made today.